Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about island expeditions. Yeah, more specifically, we're going to be talking about 8.1 and what's happening with island expeditions. So in 8.1, they are bringing in two brand new island expeditions, one being the Vikel one and the Gilneas one. They're actually doing some changes to the actual way islands work as well once you're actually in them. But more importantly, they are adding a vendor. Yeah. So those annoying seafarers doubloons that you've been hoarding for such a long time over the time you've been doing island expeditions, it's finally time to actually spend them. Okay, so we have Captain Clarissa for the Alliance, and we have Captain Zen Tagar for the Horde over in the Dazaralord docks by the island expedition table. Now, this vendor sells the exact same things for the Alliance and for the Horde, so we're going to have a look at it right now. So let's go through what this vendor sells. Okay, so first and foremost, she sells Lyrics, Song of the Sea. Now this is a really cool item. It's only 25 doubloons, which is not a lot. And what it does is it upgrades your Flight Master's Whistle to give you a quick port back to the ship on an island expedition. Now I know I just use death as an easy way to get back, but this, yeah, a nice little addition to your Flight Master's Whistle. Pretty cool and pretty cheap to get. Now these items here are basically items to gain rep. So you might have seen them before. They do actually drop from island expeditions, apart from Soggy Page, which is a new one. So each one of them represents one of the reputations for each faction. So these three represent the 3 Alliance factions, and then the 3 for the Horde represent the 3 Horde factions. And handing in one of those will give you about 250 rep per hand in, so it's an easy way to get your reputation up through island expeditions. Now the Soggy Page is one that is sold by the Alliance and the Horde vendor, and that is because it is for the Tortolan Seekers. Yeah, so it's a nice new way of gaining reputation with those annoying turtles. The next 3 items are transmog items, and they are the red, grey, and blue tricorn hat. Now the tricorn hat is basically a pirate hat. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. It's usable by all armor proficiencies, so if you're a cloth wearer, mail, leather, etc., this works for you. And yeah, it's 100 Seafarer's doubloons, which isn't too difficult to get, and there are 3 to collect. So next up is the Crimson Octopode, and this is a little octopus pet. Yeah, he's a red and black one. Looks pretty cool. 100 Seafarer's doubloons again. Not too difficult to get. A nice little pet to collect if you're into that kind of thing. The next is a toy, and it is called the Hand Anchor. What it says is use the anchor as a weapon. Now I can only predict that this will turn your weapon into an anchor. Could be very interesting. Not 100% on that, guys. If you have bought this on the PTR, do let me know what it does. But yeah, it says packs a wallop in a pinch. So on the second page we have the Albino, or Albino if you're wrong, Dusk Watcher. Now this is basically a albino crow, pretty much. It's a companion pet. 200 doubloons for that one, which is more than the octopus, and I actually think the octopus is a little bit better. But yeah, that is the second pet that is available through this. The next is Cranky Crab. Now from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a pet, but it's not. It is actually a toy. Now this is really special, and I think it's actually kind of cool. So it says, summons a Cranky Crab for your battle pet to ride on. And it says he's not very happy about this. Now, I couldn't purchase it personally, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly the same or fairly similar to the Tortolan in Stormsong Valley. Now, if you haven't been over there, there's a little baby Tortolan riding on a crab mount type thing over there. It's pretty cool to see, and this will certainly be interesting. Some of the battle pets and how they will ride this crab. You know, some of them are bigger than others, and some of them, you know, it'll be really interesting. I can't wait to see what kind of crazy scenarios come out of this Cranky Crab. Next up is the Null Wood Weightboard. This again is a toy, and it allows you to surf across the water. And it says Nullwood tends to grow in a tubular fashion. Now I would imagine this is going to be very similar to the Angler's Fishing Raft, which is a toy which allows you to surf on top of the water, which actually lets you fish off it. I don't know if you'll be able to fish off of this one, but yeah, not too sure what it looks like, unfortunately. This is going to be a cool thing. I kind of like it. That one is 300 Seafarer's doubloons. So yeah, get saving for that. And then the last two, guys. The last 2 items are mounts. Yeah, so for 500, you can get the Saltwater Seahorse. Now this is a gold variant of the Seahorse that you've probably seen a few times around World of Warcraft with Vashir and things like that. This is a new colour for this mount, and yeah, not too bad. 500, obviously you'd imagine. It's just an underwater mount with a bit of underwater speed. Nothing too special about it, but it's just another mount for the collection. Now, for 1,000 doubloons, this one is special. And this is the SiltwingAlbatross. Now, unfortunately, I can't inspect it, but it looks like this. It's 1,000 doubloons. Now, I only had 150, and I've done quite a few Island expeditions. So, yeah, the SiltwingAlbatross is a model that was added in Alpha, hasn't been used. The Albatross model has been used throughout Battle for Azeroth with, obviously, the Turtle Quest. And I believe some of the Vulpera actually do mount this model as well. But this is the first time a player will get their hands on a mountable Albatross mount. And there is a ton of different colors for the Albatross mounts. But this is the color scheme that they're going with at the moment. It's a pretty damn cool mount. You can see that it's got kind of a Vulpera influence in it with the saddle and things like that. And I'm definitely going to be saving for it because flying is coming in 8.2, and I just want to fly around Kul Tiras and Zandalar with this awesome looking Albatross mount. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know down below if you think this is a good addition to Island Expeditions. I know a lot of people have given up on them and don't really feel the need, and the items are a bit annoying to get. This is a great system which we've been asking for since launch, honestly, for the Island Expeditions, and I really hope that this could be expanded throughout the expansion. I would be happy if that would happen. I think the best part as well is that the fact that it's a currency that we already have, so you can actually start saving right now. Like, you can go and force yourself to do a ton of Island Expeditions to get enough for the pets, for the mounts, for the toys, and all that good stuff. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members and a merch store over on Streamlabs. And I'm also now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM if you want to check me out on stream. Check it out on twitch.tv/MrGM. We've been doing a lot of PTR stuff recently, and obviously the classic demo was a lot of fun. So yeah, check it out, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.